Hey Siri, what should everyone do while watching my video?
Hit the subscribe button and the bell next to AJ170's name so you never miss a video.
Hey guys, what is up? This is AJ170, and today guys, inside this video, I'm going to be talking to you about WWDC and a little bit of extra information mostly focused around iOS 11. So this is going to be my newest installment to the iOS news series. Sorry for the lack of videos lately guys, there really hasn't been that many tutorials to make anything on. Plus I've been busy with work and everything else. So today I'm going to be bringing you that video I just talked to you about. So if I go ahead and open up my Photos app, I just got done watching WWDC. And let me tell you guys, I am extremely fucking excited about this, guys. I was flipping out, screaming during the control center and the augmented reality part. So for those of you that didn't watch it, we will be learning what all that is. First off, I want to talk to you about the new iOS 11 app that kind of got leaked last night on the App Store. If this thing lets me focus in, my iPhone just froze. There we go. Thought my iPhone froze, but I'm good. So as you guys can see right here, this is the Files app by Apple. Now, one of the things I seen inside of WWDC that I didn't get a screenshot of during one of the demos, he showed all 3 pages on the iPhone. Now, it's an iPhone that was just set up, just reset and everything else, and the Files app is a default app that's pre-installed onto your iOS device, meaning that that app will have root access. I'm pretty sure it would. I'm pretty sure all Apple apps that are on there by default have root access, but since this app will more than likely have root access, that makes you wonder, what is it going to do? Now, I can only think of 2 possibilities that this app would be. The first one is going to be the boring one. Now, a lot of you guys have seen before, some of my videos in the past have required you to download unzip tools and things like that for emulators and such. Now, hopefully it isn't this, but I'm going to be really sad if it is. Hopefully it isn't just a file manager to where you can go and save documents that's stored onto the app's location. Now, that would be the boring one. Now, what I'm hoping this is an actual file manager. But there's going to be a lot of problems with that go against what Apple believes. Now, if it is a file manager, how much of a file manager will it be? Because the way the file manager is set up, I get kind of scared when I even go through my files in FileZilla, because if I delete the wrong file, there goes my iOS device. It's going to turn off and it's not going to turn back on. So if you delete the wrong thing, you could really screw up your device. So what I'm wondering if it's just going to be, you're only going to have access to like a couple of folders, like maybe the image folders like the 104 like you do have on the computer. Maybe access to the documents, the downloads, and maybe even have access to the documents of the apps, which would be really nice, because then we can even mod our apps. And then we could have modded apps almost like Apple, or Android I mean. And then if that's the case, if we're going to have access to that many things, how is that going to affect downloading third-party apps? Because Android allows you to download third-party apps, and then you can even mod them further. So I'm wondering if we're going to start getting mods that are as good as Android is. Only time will tell, guys. These are just my theories on this to get you guys thinking. So now that I've showed you that, let's go ahead and talk about WWDC. Right here, it was just a couple of screenshots I took to show to some of my Android fans, or people on Kick. Now, the Messages app is getting a complete upgrade, guys. As you guys can see, they have redesigned the app drawer that's inside of the Messages apps. As you guys can see on the bottom right there, if I go ahead and try to zoom in a little bit more, as you guys can see, it's completely redesigned. It's a lot easier to use than what it currently is, and they've made the Messages app look a lot different. You can now also, the Apple Pay is getting an upgrade to where you can now give money to other people. So, for example, as you can see right here, that he's asking for money, says if you insist, $28. And then there's a thing called Apple Pay that shows the actual Apple icon, the little bit emoji, whatever you want to call it, along with Pay inside the predictive text. You can hit that and it'll automatically come up with $28, and then you can go ahead and pay them. Later on in another screenshot, I'll be showing you guys what it looks like to confirm the pay. Right here, Siri has gotten an upgrade. Now, this is just a screenshot to show you that Siri got an upgrade. The voice sounds a lot better. The voice is a lot more clean, and it almost sounds like a human now. And that little circle right there has also changed. It's got a really sleek animation to it, guys. Really excited for that. If I go ahead and zoom in right here, the thing I am absolutely in love with that I'll actually be using Siri for is the built-in translator. I am extremely excited about the translator that supports few languages right now, from English to Chinese, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. And he said within the further months to come, there will be more added to there. So I'm really excited about that, guys. Now, another thing that has changed is the photo quality. Sorry about that. They have improved image quality, improved low light performance, so you can now take pictures in low lighting and it'll look a lot better. And optical image database and blah 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 blah, bunch of other stuff. So that's really, really cool, and I'm extremely excited for the low light performance, guys. Now, the next thing, I took a picture of this lock screen to show you a couple of things that I don't know how many people noticed it. But, as you guys can see, most of that looks the same, but if you pay attention to the status bar up there, now the data signals right there is almost like how my jailbroken iPhone is, as you guys can see. I have TrackPhone wireless cheap one. I'm never going to get the full bars. But as you guys can see, they did a nice sleek bars like that look hell of a lot better than those ugly dots. I can't stand those dots. They're so obstructive, it takes up so much space, and I just hate it so much. So I'm extremely excited about that, and I wonder if that has a play with the iPhone 8 because they need a little bit of a smaller space on top. Who knows? Now, this part right here, I was flipping out. I was saying, holy fucking shit, when I first seen this in WWDC. Pretty sure I woke up my mom because I was screaming. But, guys, this is the control center. And, oh my god, this is just absolutely gorgeous. I am extremely, extremely excited about this. Got a nice little bit of a dark mode right here. And, I'm just in love with it. I think this is absolutely amazing. As you can see, the sliders look good. Oh my god, guys, all of it looks so good. It even has 3D touch on all of it, guys, so you can even zoom in on it. Oh my god, guys. I'm getting an iOS boner right now just because of how amazing this is. And you can even 3D touch for more control centers. As you see, hotspot toggle is now there. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, AirDrop, and all the normal stuff. But they did add a personal hotspot toggle right there, which is really nice. Same thing with the music. You guys can now do 3D touch on the music. And as you guys can see, it's got almost like a dark mode to it. Now, they did not say anything about dark mode, so I don't think there's going to be a dark mode toggle. One of the things I've noticed is that there's a few different pop-ups that would go on our screens that either had almost like a dark theme like this, or they had a light gray tint to it. So what I'm thinking is, instead of them adding a full dark mode feature, I think they just implemented a few parts making it a little bit darker. If we go ahead and move on to the next one, as you guys can see, the notifications are now one. I mean, they don't really have that top colored thing. They're now kind of like a solid color, guys, which is really nice. And, if we go ahead and look at this right here, the iTunes Store got a brand new icon. It's that little pink, it's like a pinkish purplish color with a star right there. And all the rest of the icons kind of look the same. I don't really see any much else of a difference. So if we go ahead and move on to the next one, if I can zoom into it, there we go. Right here is, I have no idea why I took it. Oh, to talk about the keyboard. Now, guys, I don't pay enough attention to the keyboard, but one of you guys can tell me if there's a difference with the keyboard. Maybe something a little bit thinner, something bolder, different font. I don't know. You guys can take a look at that and tell me if you see anything. The Messages app is getting redone. I don't think the Messages app has that little thing where it says Messages right there. I don't remember the messaging app having that. I don't use it that much because I don't have any friends to text. And here's another picture of the Apple Pay right there. If we go right here, this is what it looks like when you want to confirm something. There'll be a little fingerprint scanner. That's why it says check mark with a done. Really, really nice looking. And right here, the maps are getting redone. They're now including malls and multiple other things. So inside, if you guys are in a popular mall, one of the things you're able to do is actually see the floor plans of malls, which I think is really, really cool. We go ahead and move on to the next one. Whoops. Here are some of the malls that are supported. They're also doing it with airports too, guys, which is really nice. And then right here, one of the things we can even see is the map says getting an upgrade. You can see how fast you're going, where you're at, and multiple other things I think is really nice. Another screenshot of it. Now, the CarPlay is getting some new features too. Now, not every single car has CarPlay. Not everyone can afford a car with CarPlay. So now they're adding Do Not Disturb while driving. Now, guys, this is really, really cool. This added a few new features that I'm excited for. And I think if we're able to jailbreak iOS 11, or not if, I think it matter when, some of the features like there, I believe they're going to be abused. I think some of the developers are going to create spam bots and multiple other things, because I'll get into that later. Now, I have no idea what this symbol is right here. I took a picture because I don't know what that symbol is, guys. I don't know. Now, as you guys can see, here's the do not disturb while driving. As you see, your iPhone can detect when you may be driving and automatically silence your incoming alerts and notifications. Turn on while driving and not now. So that is really, really cool, guys. And whenever you get a notification, it'll say, well, if you try to check your notifications while you're driving, it'll say, warning, notifications are not allowed while driving. And let's say if somebody texts you while you're driving, let's say bowling was fun last night, your phone will instantly reply with, I'm driving with do not disturb turned on. I'll see your message when I get where I am going, which is really cool. Now, the thing I talked about developers abusing this is since it has that auto reply thing, I think developers are going to be able to manipulate this and create spam bots. Let's say they can do auto reply, like for example on modded kicks for Android, when you send somebody a message, it has that auto reply thing, which is really annoying. It's called some of the people that made it call it the thing that's Skynet. There we go. I just think they call it the Skynet mod, because you can send somebody a message on Android and they'll instant reply, or it can even reply as hello, no thank you, and things like that. And then if for certain people you choose, you can even have them do it to where it's urgent, so it'll automatically go through your notification in case, like, let's say you had a family member that passed away, your wife is giving birth, multiple other things, guys. So that is really, really nice. Another thing I didn't really get a clear screenshot of is the, what is this called, AirPlay 2. Another thing that has a dark theme to it. Again, I don't think they're implementing a complete dark mode option. I just think they're making a few things have a dark theme to it. We go ahead and move on to the next one. The music app all looks the same to me, except now a lot of times what he said is a lot of times with music you find out what other people are listening to, which is true. So now when you have friends or contacts, it will now show what they are currently listening to. That's why their images are right there. Really, really cool, guys. Now here's a couple of things that's going to be added to the App Store, guys. You can go ahead and pause it and look at any of it if you guys need to. Now, the next part is going to be the brand new App Store, guys, that I am really, really excited about. The new App Store just looks beautiful. A lot of people don't like it. I'm excited about iOS 11. So far, everything I've seen about there has me extremely, extremely enthusiastic. I think when the beta gets released, I might even lose my jailbreak to go to the iOS 11 version and stay it there and wait for a jailbreak. Because, guys, look at this. I love the way that this looks. Although now a lot of people are going to be a little bit contradicting about this. I know the photo isn't in clear HD, but it even has shadow effects underneath there, which look really, really nice. Has a nice little games tab right here. As you guys can see, everything has gotten redone. If we go ahead and zoom in again, as you guys can see, there's games scrolling down a little bit. And then there's its exclusive little apps page right here, guys. And then that's what it looks like even when you go onto an app. Again, that looks really, really beautiful. I absolutely love it, guys. The only thing I wish they would add is, like, let's say instead of having, like, I don't know, somewhere on that little top thing, it'd be nice if they showed how many installs that app has gotten since it's been inside the App Store. It would be really nice. Some more screenshots of it to show you guys what it looks like. Again, guys, the App Store is getting a huge upgrade, and again, I am extremely excited over this. So we keep looking at all of these different things right here. It looks really, really nice. Now, and one of the things, I took a picture of this so we could see what the search bar looks like. That's what it looks like when we search for apps, which again looks really, really nice. Now, we go on to the next part, guys. Need a moment of silence because of how fucking amazing this is, guys. I was flipping out inside my bed. I was watching this in bed and I was going, ah! I was just flipping out. Now, at first, I was like, oh, well, whoop-de-doo. Because what he did is he hit that little plus bar and he placed a coffee on the table. I was like, ooh, coffee, yay. I was like, alright, yeah, that might be cool to play around with for the first time in the first few minutes. Show off to people who are on Android, be like, haha, you don't deserve it because you're on shit droids. And that was about it. But then he started talking about how video game companies, one of the companies, I don't know if Epic is working on this, but one of my favorite games of all time is Gears of War. I'm a huge Xbox fanboy, and I'm a huge Gears of War fanboy, and when I heard that, I watched the part about the Max and heard that Epic, which is the main developer of Gears of War, is helping with the virtual reality, I got really excited. And I can't remember if they said Epic is helping them with augmented reality, but I'm really hoping it is, because like I said, Epic is one of my favorite video game developer companies. But guys, this is where I started flipping out. You guys can even tell right now I am getting extremely, extremely excited. So this company went out, and what they first did is he just had this little iPad facing this table, right? and it almost looked like an old-fashioned map just started scrolling across the table, guys. Yes, that is the table on the iPad right there. If we go ahead and zoom in, if we go ahead and look at that right there, that is what he is seeing when he looks at that table, guys. That showed this little people. These people were running around doing their own thing, right? If I go ahead and make it to one screenshot, this one dude even sat at that little turret we have right there. If you guys even look in the background, we can see spaceships flying around and everything, right? So remember, now there's one story I thought was really, really funny. Now this one dude, I can't remember which dude it was, but one dude just sat in front of behind that little turn thing to the left of it inside that picture and just sat there and started relaxing, right? Well, they started getting attacked. Oh no. I mean, you could see explosions and everything, guys. This is so fucking cool. And one of the things that happened was we could see shadows and everything else, but I was just dying of laughter when this happened. I have a dark and crude sense of humor, guys. Now, one of the things that happened is that dude, he ran off with a table. Like, I was not expecting this to happen. Like, I thought they can only be on the table, but no, they go all over the place, guys. This one dude literally fell off the table, and his little arms and legs were going all over the place and everything. I was like, oh my god, he just died. And I don't know, I thought that was kind of funny. But as you guys can see of the HD graphics from this, whoops. As you guys can see, it's got that nice little bit of HD graphics to it. Now, the next thing are the smaller features in iOS 11. A lot of you on Twitter have already seen this, guys. Now, actually, before I get into detail about that, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is the current screen recorder that I'm not using it to record because I wanted to get this video out faster, so I wanted to use EveRecord so I can record my audio and other things. But in most of my videos, I use a Jailbreak exclusive screen recorder. Now, I've talked about this on Twitter, and I've talked about this in a few of my screen recording news videos, guys. And what that screen recorder is, the screen recorder I use most of the time is made by Apple. And what happened is when they were making iOS 10, they started to make a screen recorder for a built-in screen recorder for iOS 10. But I think they ran out of time and they never finished it, and it's also extremely, extremely buggy. Now, when I say buggy, what I mean by that is, let's say if I record a video game and the recording goes past maybe 5-7 minutes, it won't save. It'll say it's still recording. As soon as you stop it, it never saves your Photos app. The audio never records on time. It's not on fleek. It is extremely off by about a good 15 to 30 seconds. But it's also in pure HD quality. There's no like little bit of weirdness or anything like that, like there probably is with EveRecord, multiple other screen recorders, guys. But with that said, that means they did make a built-in screen recorder, guys. And if we go ahead and scroll over, ba-da-da-da, as you guys can see, as it's highlighted in white, screen recording. As you guys can see, that is really, really nice, and I am extremely, extremely excited about this, guys. But, yeah, they're adding a brand new screen recorder to iOS 11. Now, guys, I am extremely, 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 extremely excited about iOS 11. I cannot wait for it. I'm going to be one of the supporters of iOS 11, but everything that Apple does, it'll always have their haters. No matter what you do, I mean, you could be sitting there, you could be helping an old lady pay for her bills. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, that was nice to do, but you're always going to have that one person like, oh, you should have done that. Boo-hoo, they should have paid for them. You're always going to have that person that's going to hate on it, guys. Always. I even have that with my channel and with my videos. I have people that hate on it because I hurt developers with my videos. And multiple other things. So do remember that some YouTubers... Now, this is going to be a positive review about YouTube, about this on YouTube. There will be negative reviews on this too, guys. I recommend you looking at this from both points of views because I'm only talking about the things I like. Hopefully you guys go and look for another review on WWDC about the iOS section that's going to be talking about the negative parts about what they don't like about it. So you guys can get a better understanding about iOS 11. But guys, that is it for this video. Hopefully it's not too long, guys. But again, some of the two things I am extremely excited about is the augmented reality, or AR. Now, guys, this is just so cool, guys. Oh my god. And then the fucking control center looks fucking amazing. If I go ahead and scroll up, guys, let's just look at this one more time. Look at that. Look at that, guys. It's, oh my god, it's just so beautiful. But yeah, guys, that is basically going to be just about it for this video, guys. Do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully the screen recorder doesn't crash or anything else. But actually, let me go ahead and just pull up my control center really quick. As you guys can see, that screen recorder option in the top right-hand corner on my control center is the built-in screen recorder made by Apple. Just wanted to point that out. But that is about it for this video, guys. This is AJ170 signing out. See you guys next time.